Most school districts across Oregon have canceled classes for tomorrow. It's all in anticipation of planned school walkouts. One of the catalysts for these protests is a bill that's in the state Senate right now.
Lawmakers are passionately divided over a spending bill relating to schools. It would raise corporate taxes on businesses with an annual sales of $1 million or more to generate $1 billion a year for education. Fox 12's Kelsey Watts is live in Salem now with the delay on today's vote. Kelsey?
Well, Liz, twice today, Senate Democrats tried voting on this bill, but in both cases, the Republican caucus didn't show up. It was an orchestrated move that legally forces the delay of this vote, and Republicans tell me it was their only option to make their case that this bill needs more work, while Democrats say, as it stands, it's a crowning achievement for education. On the floor of the Oregon Senate, a stalemate.
So it's very simple. We cannot go on. We cannot do today's agenda.
Frustration from Senate President Peter Courtney.
The Senate is now adjourned.
As the Senate Republican caucus, absent for the second time today, forces a delay in the vote for House Bill 3427.
Because we're the minority party, this is really the only way to show that, essentially, that we're serious.
The bill would tax companies with annual sales of at least $1 million in Oregon at a rate of 0.57%. There are some exceptions and allowances for write-offs, but lawmakers say it will raise $1 billion a year for education.
This is a game-changing bill. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to invest in our kids.
Senator Arnie Roblin is one of the sponsors of the bill. He traveled around the state talking with students and districts about their greatest needs and says this comes a long way in addressing them. The advocacy group Oregon Business Industry is neutral on the bill, and Roblin says a lot of businesses support it.
I've got a list of a whole bunch of small business people from around the state who said, tax looks good to us.
But members of the Senate Republican caucus don't agree.
It is a gross receipt sales tax that's disguised as an education bill.
They say schools can't be adequately funded until the PERS crisis is addressed, referring to the public employee retirement system. They're also concerned that any tax hike could lead to higher prices for goods and services, which would trickle down to everyone. As for missing the vote,
Senator Barrett Sugar and the members of the Republican caucus, they're not trying to obstruct work. They really want to get back, and be part of this process.
I was surprised this was the option and the choice they took. Been working with them on a whole lot of other bills and issues, and I'm sad that we didn't have a chance today to have this conversation on the floor and a vote.
And Democrats say this tax hike would only affect about 8% of the businesses in Oregon. But again, Republicans are fighting that figure, saying this could affect every household in the state. And as we mentioned, education will take center stage once again tomorrow during walkouts planned all over Oregon. Live in Salem tonight, Kelsey Watts, Fox 12 Oregon.